Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, Dr. Yukon Suckit. Yes, that is my name, Yukon Suckit. And I'm broadcasting today from my undisclosed location in my secret underground headquarters, located somewhere. And I decided to bring to you a deck that I found over at the Magic GG site. No, I'm going to call it Golgari. It didn't have a name. It just was in the Mythic Platinum doing fairly well category. And I thought, yeah, that looks like an interesting mix. Let's try it out. So I would rank this as probably being, Golgari, probably mid-range. There's a certain amount of creatureness to it, but there's still a certain amount of control, which is always really nice with Golgari, having that control aspect to it. So let's take a look at the cards that are in here. At the low end, we've got Concealing Curtains, which has got a big old butt of 4 and is a defender, but that's great so many times. Okay. And then if you pay 3, you get to go ahead and take a look at their hand and get rid of a non-land card from it. And then they have to discard it. And then you're sitting there at the 3/4, which is also really great. So this card, I like it a lot. And go right into Infernal Grasp, aka the Neck Snapper. If you pay attention to this channel at all, you will know that I love Infernal Grasp. I just look at that art. I love the way that that guy just doesn't know it's about to happen, but he's got those red hands right around his face, about to go for a snap. Destroy target creature, you lose 2 life. Tainted Adversary. So, whenever I play this, and that's the only zombie in the deck, it's just like, well, there you go. They all think you're going to be playing zombies, but, it's a good card regardless. Because you got lots of extra mana, you get a lot of zombies out of the deal here. So for 2, you can get a 2/3, and that's what you get. And then if you pay 5, then you get 1+1/+1 counter, so it makes them into a 3/4, and you get 2 decayed zombies, right? And if you pay, what's 5? So 8, then you get 2 counters on them, so it becomes a 4/5 with Death Touch, and then you get 4 zombies out of the deal there. So this guy just has the ability to super grow depending on how much extra mana you got laying around. We got Valki, God of Lies. Now we don't have, we do have a little bit of red, so I guess this is whatever, Juned or something like that. Just because we have Ziatora's Proving Ground with the red in it. But yeah, you're pretty much using it just to pull a Valki out of the deal. So the deal is you pay 2, you throw them out, and you grab some creature out of their hand. So it's another thing you could do with Concealing Curtains. If you feel like waiting that long, you could see what they have in their hand, at which point then the next turn you could play the Valki, pull whatever big creature or useful creature they have, and then you can choose to become a copy of it when you have enough mana to pay for it. And you don't have to have colored mana, it's just whatever you got going on there. We got the Meathook Massacre, probably one of the best cards from the Werewolf set. Meathook Massacre gives every creature on the battlefield -X/-X. So this takes care of anybody with Indestructible, takes care of anybody with Shield. It just blows them away. And then when you're done, you still got those other 2 effects. That whenever a creature you control dies, your opponent loses 1 life. And whenever a creature an opponent control dies, you gain a life. So that's nothing but just love, non-stop. We got the Shakedown Heavy. There's 2 of those in here. And he is new as of Streets of New Capenna. We got 6/4 for 3. That's all there's to it with Menace. So yeah, suck it, everyone, suck it. But it actually says that whenever this guy attacks, defending player may have you draw a card. And if you do, then you untap Shakedown Heavy and remove it from combat. So they can let you draw cards. So he's got a shiny there, which then distracts him from, knocking people about. So, yeah, we'll see. If they really want to give me some more cards, then I guess that's fine. We got the Fight Rigging. Okay, so this costs 3. It's an enchantment. When it comes into play, it's got Hideaway 5. And what 5 is that you take a look at the top 5 cards of your library, and then you take and exile one of them face down, and put the rest at the bottom of your library in order. Okay, so you take one of them, you put them there. So then it says at the beginning of your combat, you put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. You know what? I would love that regardless. I would pay 3 for just that. Then it says, then if you control a creature with power 7 or greater, you may play the exiled card without paying its mana cost. So, you know, whatever it is, you can just grab it, set it aside, and then it gets, at the beginning of combat, you can play whatever it is. That's interesting. I wonder if they let you do that at the beginning of combat, put out a creature or whatever. I think so. All right, so we got Sarulf, the Realm Eater. And this guy it's kind of crazy. So he's a 3/3 for 3, and then whenever a permanent an opponent controls is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, you put a +1/+ counter on this guy. And at the beginning of your upkeep, if he has one or more counters on him, you remove all of them. And if you do, exile each other non-land permanent with a mana value less than or equal to the number of counters removed this way. I see. Gosh, I tried playing this before. I never even realized what this guy does. So you get rid of each other non-land permanent with a mana value less than or equal to the number of counters removed this way. So it sounds like he'd take himself out if you remove 3 counters. So you kind of want to just sort of do it if you got 2 or less, or he's just a bomb that's going to take himself out if you get 3 or greater on him. All right, so we got some Hagra Mauling in there, which is really just black lands. If you happen to not need black lands for whatever reason, for 4 mana you could destroy a target creature. And it will cost less if your opponent controls no basic lands. That's pretty few and far in between. We got Binding of the Old Gods, which is a saga that has 3 effects. First one is you destroy a target non-land permanent opponent controls. Second one is you go fetch a forest from your library and you put it into the battlefield tapped. And lastly, all your creatures get Death Touch on the last effect. We got the Workshop Warchief, who costs 5. You get a 5/3 out of the deal with Trample. And then when he enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. And then when he dies, you create a 4/4 Rhino token out of the deal. So really, you could just blitz him. It'll cost you more. It'll cost you 6 rather than 5. But you would put him out, gain 3 life, and then attack. And then when he dies, you get a 4/4 out of the deal rather than 5/3. So, whatever you got the mana for, right? Mana and time. We got Wrenn and Seven in here, who is a planeswalker that helps you get more land. Unfortunately, you have to have 5 land to be able to cast them in the first place. So it's kind of a little late to be getting to need to get land. You kind of needed it before now if that was the case. But anyway, so he helps you get more land, and then you draw, you can get a bunch in your hand, and then you could, for 0, you can put any number of lands from your hand into the battlefield tapped. He's got a -3 ability, which allows you to put out tree folks, which are equal to the number of lands you control. And I've never even seen the -8 ability ever work, so I really don't care about it. What do we got here? We got Titan of Industry. This looks like he's always one of the most potentially fun cards, and I played him a few times, and he's pretty sweet because he's 7/7 reach and trample. He costs 7 to put out, so he's an expensive guy to go for. But when he does, he has Into the Battlefield effects, and you get to pick 2 of them, and all of them are good. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Target player gains 5 life. Create a 4/4 Rhino, or put a shield counter on creature you control. So yeah, that guy's pretty kick butt. We've got 2 man lands. We got another man land right there. We got this one allows you to mill yourself a little bit and then pull back a creature or planeswalker from your graveyard to your hand. We got this one which disenchants. We got a tri-land, a few dual lands, and a few just regular lands mixed in there as well. So an interesting mix of lands to work on. That one right there, there's 4 of them with red mana, just so potentially, if you get down to it, you can pull a Tibalt out of the deal. Now, if you get to a Tibalt, you pretty much won. I mean, it's so rare that a Tibalt doesn't just win the game. But there he is, in case it works out. So that's the deck. Let's go see how well it does. Subscribe. All right, playing against MTGArenaPlayer. Yes, fellow human. I am here for fun and entertainment. We have 3 lands and lots of different colors, so let's just go with it. We'll keep it. Alright, so I'm going to start out a little slow. I'm going to put out the tri-land just to give us what we want to do. Push this one over here so remember to play it. But this way we can start off by going for Concealing Curtains. Alright, I'm going to play this for slow as well. We'll Concealing Curtains, get our big old butt out there. Because, you know, curtains are very good at just, you know, protecting people from damage. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and make this into a green. We're going to go ahead and pop this guy, take a look at his hand. What are we getting rid of here? Okay, we got lots of stuff here. That stimulus package, treasure, that guy's a jerk. That guy's a real jerk. Let's get rid of this guy. And we'll go in for 3 points of love. Now I'm probably just gonna snap the neck of whoever comes out. Yeah, I don't think I care that much. That could hurt him enough. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this out. There's our 3. We're going to go ahead and do a little fight rigging. Let's see what we can put back there. Let's Sarulf it. And attack. Now in reality, if I can keep him in just one creature, that means he can't block me with the Revealing Eye. I can just keep up the unrelenting attack. Alright, I got some guys to kill. Well, let's start off with a little horror show. And attack. Yeah, the Black Market Tycoon kind of requires you to have to use all your treasures up as much as possible. Alright, so these guys are going to make it difficult for me. He has some sort of like... You're going to do it once per turn, that's what the deal is. Okay. That's an interesting combo. Pop out one of these. It's got to be tapped anyway. We'll throw this out as a black. We're going to go ahead and Infernal Grasp ourselves to that elf. Suck it. We'll get rid of the Black Market Tycoon. They can suck it too. Pop him up. Go in for attack. Now he'll probably block me with 1. Or 2. He's got to do at least 2. There we go. Slaughter! Slaughter! Welcome to my giant eyeball. Alright, so he's got 2 mana. Okay, here's a question. Is Valki going to do it for us? What I got here? 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't have the 7th for him yet. Let's just hold on. I'll go for the Tainted Adversary. Auto pay. Let's see. Let's go ahead and give it to the love. Is he gonna go ahead and block? No, he's not. So I don't know what he's got in his hand. Whether a 2-mana Valki would be a good choice or not. I'd hate to whip out at this point. I just want to see what we get on this next turn. Oh, if we'd gotten to 7, we could have got the wolf out of the deal there. Oh man, I'm just being a jerk. And they're back up to 12. Alright, that's it. I'm going to pop it. Let's see what you got there, Smokey-O. Adeline! Let's just go in for the attacks here. Take it up to 7. Yeah, we'll play that. This guy's gonna just go to town. Gotta worry about what, mana cost though on him? Resolve. Gotta block it with 2. Got him down to 6. See, because I can wipe out like a lot of his guys with the Realm Eater on my next turn there. What are we gonna hide away there? Meathook Massacre, yeah. End turn. Yeah, 3 mana. Are we gonna die? That's 11. Double strike, huh? Can't live with that. I'm probably dead anyway, but... Yeah, there we go. Oh, it's doing so well. Combo Joe Jackson there. Come on, let it go. Alright, we're playing against Airman 36. Airman 36. We're going to keep it. Alright, I foresee a Hive of the Eye Tyrant in my future. Come on, Airman, let's do it. Don't make me touch my fish. I touched them. Area on the cold coast of Kaldheim. Alright, there we go, and a Concealing Curtain. Don't look behind the curtain. you are. You're looking right behind it, aren't you? Alright, that's it. Well, everything's too slow. So I was going to Valki it up. Steal something good from their hand. I could probably do what I was planning on doing, which is popping one of the Concealed Curtains to let me take a look at the hand, then we can play Valki on the next turn. It's worth doing. Alright, here we go. Let's pop one of these. What you got? Ooh, I'm glad I didn't go for the Valki. All attack! Suck it! All attack. Don't worry, I'll make you discard on my next turn. Ooh, that would have been a good one to take. Should I go for it now? Should I do it? Yeah, let's do it. What you got, yo? Nothing good, huh? Whiff. Alright, so I gotta get a 5 and then a 7 to play these next two cards. Valki is pretty much useless to me at this point. There's a creature. Oh, I see you're bringing back there. Alright, here's 5. Let's keep up the pressure. Got him down to 6. Go put out a Dracula. Make us sacrifice something. There's life gain, death touch. Okay, let's pop it, lock it, mark it with the B. He's gonna be at 10, and I can deal with not enough to kill him. Let's go grab some lands while we're at it. Nothing, no lands. Alright. I got 3 dudes coming on here my next turn. You could potentially take out Wrenn and Seven if you wanted to. It's got to slip 1 dude past you. You'll be able to block 2. Yeah, you don't got it. You are out of luck, my friend. And we win. Subscribe. Alright, we're playing against Mintat 23. A human computer. Alright, we got 4 mana. Let's keep it. Eye Tyrant. Hasty Goblins, maybe? Alright, so in this case, because he's got a 3 for a butt, he'd be able to take off the Goblin Javelin here, no problem. Ooh, so we're looking at some Rakdos action here. Interesting. Still all goblins, though. Do. Another Javelineer. Oop. Well, see you later, Wolf. No attacks. Come on down, Javelineer. Should have waited and just played him on the next turn when I had 5 mana. Yeah, let's see if I can wipe out half his forces. Nope, he'd rather not. Pass to blockers. Draw a card, my friend. Okay. I don't have the ability to blitz. I could just cast him out. Let's just do that. And no attacks. We'll make him come to us. Unfortunately, all my dudes only have 3 for defense. Nice. So I can't block, so let's just play no attacks. We're fine. Yeah, because those 2 little zombies ain't going to do much blocking at all. Who do I want to pull out here? So I get this guy up to 7, I'll be able to use that enchantment. Oh, come on. Mouse is getting a little sticky. I'll be able to take out the Hobgoblin. I got 5 mana, I need 7 to be able to put out the Titan of Industry. Well, my plans for 7 are ruined. A Titan of Industry, huh? All right, let's do this. I know they don't really care about their graveyard. Little goblins that have been dabbling in the dark arts. Let's really hand it to them. Alright, he just wanted the game over. That's what happens. Goblin decks are impatient. Victory! Subscribe. So here we are with a Golgari mid-range deck from the Platinum Mythic list over at Magic GG. I think it did fairly well. It did fairly well in all the 3 games that we played. The control did a nice job of controlling. Valki added that nice bit of randomness so that you weren't sure whether you could get something great or not. What else can we say about this? Fight rigging. I really like that card, Fight Rigging. Let's take a look at it here. Because what I like about it is that you're just getting, put a +1 counter on target creature control at the beginning of your combat for 3. That is a great enchantment as it is. So the rest of that, about the Hideaway 5 and all that kind of stuff, that's just superfluous. It's kind of like Meathook Massacre. It's like, it's a great card as it is, just for 2 mana. All that extra stuff is just extra. We've had Sarulf, the Realm Eater, for a long time. But it wasn't until today that I actually felt like I had a good idea of what this card does and why it was so good. But yeah, the ability for it, because it likes to gain counters. The only problem is that a lot of times you can gain too many counters and then you can end up wiping out your own dudes. But yeah, if you get the right balance of stuff going on there, he could definitely wipe out like the entire side. Like we could have done it. He was running we've seen a lot where they're running a bunch of low-end creatures, 1 mana, no mana type creatures, and this guy would take them all out. I've never seen Shakedown Heavy in play. I don't know. It's in the deck. I've just never seen it. I don't believe it's any good. I would hate the fact that I can't do anything with it and he's just going to draw me a card. But I guess he can block regardless, What else are we looking at here? Warchief, the Workshop Warchief. I love this guy in that whenever he dies, you pretty much get another Rhino that's practically the same as him. He doesn't have trample. He's not a 5/3, but he's a 4/4. But still, that 4/4 is just pretty much about as good as having the 5/3 around. So that's great that you have something that pretty much has twice as the life on it. I would love to put out the Titan of Industry, but I just cannot get up to that 7 mana. For some reason, I just can't get there. Wrenn and Seven should be able to do it, but like getting Wrenn and Seven and Titan of Industry in the same deck, in the same game, seems to be difficult. I'm kind of surprised we have 4 of them and only 2 of them. It might be better to balance them as more of a 3 and 3. That's hard to say. The Manlands did well for us. And I think I liked the speed that all of the duels were traveling at. It didn't seem to be a big problem for us. So while this wasn't a great deck, it was definitely a very good deck. And if you're looking to play Golgari, this one has a lot of fun into it. I mean, it's not like a super fun deck. Like to me, I mean, Golgari is all about Skeletal Swarming. I love Skeletal Swarming. I tried to actually put it in this deck. It just didn't really pan out terribly well. Concealing Curtains. I think this is so good. I just love the way that you got a big-ass defender at the beginning. At 3 mana, you pop it. You get them to discard something that you can choose, and then you get to have a 3/4 when it's all done with Menace. That is so nice. Mixing that together with the fight rigging, and it was really nice having Menace and something that was growing larger and larger. Plus, with the ability to have some control over it. wiping them out so they had, less than 2 creatures at any particular point allowed that menace to just ride right through. So there's definitely some synergies here. It's, nothing fantastic, but it's definitely a strong deck. So what am I going to give this deck? I'm going to give it either an A minus, something in that range. My problems with it is that it's not very combo-y, so therefore it's not super fun, and it just feels like a bunch of really good cards that are put together. But the good thing about those really good cards put together is they actually work well together. They ramp you into a direction where you could use them, and at the high end, you're able to throw down some Titans of Industry, like a bunch of them potentially. So it seems like you could potentially do a little bit more with some tweaking, but it's a great deck. And, if you got the mana, if you got the wild cards, put it together, play it. And I hope you end up having as much fun with it as I did. That's it for now. If you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. See you next time. Later.